Okay, so I got this message that somebody is basically acting like a man child, but also like there's somebody who, okay, so there's somebody who doesn't feel like they're being treated fairly. Like you love me or you say you love me, but now that I'm ugly, you don't love me anymore. Or like now that I'm grown and beastly, I'm not your sweet baby anymore. But that's what I'm getting. Like, it's kind of like from both angles. Like somebody is just pretty much ignoring the fact that you've grown, that you've matured, and they're just kind of stuck on this younger version of you, or this sweet, wholesome version where you could do no wrong, but also you could do no right. You were just kind of like a baby in a manger. You couldn't lift your arms. You became God to these people. You became a martyr to people. I feel like you died for these people. And they don't really recognize that. They just keep going back to the fact that what a sweet little angel, he was, like kind of like looking over these photos. And also, maybe somebody was disfigured in a way. Like they might have saved somebody's life and they might have gotten a scar because of it, or some sort of disfigurement. And you can tell that you're not receiving love. Like you're not receiving the same love of being in the present, like the present moment. Like you see me for who I am today. Or do you just focus on what I was back then and ignoring the day? That's what I'm getting. Somebody sacrificed a lot. And also, yeah, this might not just be a physical illness or disability or disfigurement. It could be something happening to your spirit. Like somebody might have anxiety or something, or just like something noticeable within their personality that is clearly as a result of whatever trauma you've been through. And somebody just like completely ignoring the reality that you're kind of messed up right now, and maybe you need to go through a healing process. It's definitely not the end of the world with that. There's some third party energy here listening. So maybe somebody is witnessing this happening to somebody that you know, being cast out or treated like a foreigner or somebody who's foreign. Like this is a brand new person that they don't really love as much as that old person, even though it's the same person. Something about being burnt. This could be somebody who was in a fire. But I'm also hearing like baptized by the fire. Somebody baptized by the spirit and they're just like really hot, and somebody refuses to acknowledge that they're very attractive, and they just keep trying to coddle you like this little baby infant child. And it's like, yeah. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast. Take thy crown. Yeah, like someone's just not appreciating the sexual nature of your side, or the fact that you're just not like this cute little innocent child anymore. Maybe this is a performer. It's like someone's trying to change their image, but they're being held back. And whoever this is, they know that their energy is very important to them. Like, I'm not gonna act like a child because I don't think like a child. I'm an adult. I think like an adult, and address me as such. But somebody wants to change your appearance by changing your behavior, and they don't want you to be sexy. For some people, that's what I'm getting. Like they're just intimidated, or maybe they don't have a lot of control in that area. Like they feel like they'll just start lusting after you, or they'll lose their mind in some way. So this is the only way they can control themselves, is by trying to throw you off, like throw your energy off in some way. Also, like this is the way you manifest. They could be jealous, but I feel like it's much deeper than that. Like they just don't feel in control of themselves. Like they just don't have that sexual appeal. I feel like they're far from it. Maybe this is like they consider you, or they consider sex to be like whorish. Like maybe they're a prude, and when it comes to this, they just lose all of their senses, and it's just like, yeah. So I feel like they're like, if you're wild and wicked like I am, like I feel like they're kind of like, what's the word, like debauchery. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So they're like, okay, if that's what you call sexy, then you don't have nothing on me. And I'd rather just stay at this cute little button, because if I was to pull out my guns, everybody would burst into flames or something. Like, I just feel like they're just so competitive that they can't let you shine your little light or whatever it is. This could be a man like competing with the divine feminine, and he's just like, oh, that's it. He could also be kind of feminine. Like, I got way more than what you're working with, and you don't want me to talk to you on that level. Somebody could be flirting or shooting their shot. And he's just like, don't start something you can't finish. Because he's just got all the stops. Like, maybe this is a warning, because now I'm kind of feeling like it's like he's really being serious. He's trying to keep things innocent and nice. He don't want you to take it there, because he's gonna win, and he wants you to feel like you're like you're on top of things, and he doesn't want to have to conquer you and show you what it really is. Maybe somebody knows this and they're playing with fire. Maybe they're flirting, like really trying to get this guy riled up. Because I'm feeling like no matter how many times this person warns you, you're still like, okay, well, I heard that. And you just keep on messing with him. It's almost kind of fun. But also, like, I don't know. Is he serious? It's intriguing. Like, he's still making himself attractive. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's not going to be attractive. It's going to be like, okay, so you thought I was cute back then, but now that I really showed you who I am I a monster now? Like, now am I a beast in the field? And, like somebody you want to toss aside, like a used toy or a used rag or whatever the case may be. Like a filthy animal, is what I'm getting. Because he can really take it there wherever you go. And it's just not going to be, you won't be in control of it anymore. And I feel like that's what's so fun, like that you feel like you're in control of something. But the world is a man's world. Every day I watch, I am amazed by how lucky I am to have you. He is so appreciative of the fact that you get him. Like, okay, so maybe this is like somebody that does act like a man child, and now you have this insight on why he acts this way. Like, he just doesn't want you to feel intimidated by him. Yes, he can be the man that you expect him to be. Like, he could really be a beast, and he would scare you. Like, you would have nightmares for the rest of your life, is what I'm getting. It's love. It's all love, but it's just like, he's terrifying. I feel like he's just gorgeous. Like, I don't know if you're ready for this, collective. His energy is just so strong. And also, he's part of you as well. So you'll see yourself in him, but he's the man version. And it's nothing you can do about that. Like, once you give him permission to be your man, there's no turning back. Then you're going to have kids that look like you guys, and you'll just be surrounded by this love that your hands are tied. You just can't, you'll be the woman, period. There's no fluctuating, there's no role playing, there's no trading places or anything like that. Your kids are your kids, your husband is your husband, and that's it. Somebody's afraid of this. Like, it's commitment. It's commitment. People are afraid for a reason. Because some people like to play games with their energy and their aura, but once you connect to your soulmate, it's just like, it's locked in. And yeah, you got to be ready for this. And that's why he's saying, like, you're kind of playing with fire right now. Do you really want to take it there? Like, it's basically like you're letting him know that you want marriage, and it's much deeper than a ring. It's so much deeper than a ceremony. Okay, it's spiritual and it's very serious. And also, like, these kids are gonna grow up and inherit the earth. You know, like, they're not just gonna stop at your kids. And you could say like, "Oh, he's so cute and adorable," but they're growing up to be beasts as well. Maybe this is a tall guy. I wish I could share my food with you. Okay, so that brings us back to this message of feeding the beast. Because there's this energy like somebody was regretting, I wish I had fed you when I had the time. Something about a volcano. Yeah, like there's this reiteration of somebody being without food or wishing that they had time to nurture you or give you what you were asking for when they had the chance. So yeah, so I'm getting like maybe somebody wishes they didn't question you. You like they don't realize how much it took for you to even shoot your shot to begin with, and you already thought everything over. Like you're not a child either. So maybe this guy is like now he's kind of feeling a little bit insecure, like he took on some of your feminine energy, and he's feeling like maybe he has to realize it goes both ways. As much as he would hate to admit it, he has to also absorb you and take on some of your energy and see himself in you, whatever that means for you guys. Because I feel like he's like now he's kind of pleading, like maybe you walked away when he said he didn't want it, or you weren't ready for this, or this is too much for you. You just kept on moving. It's like, okay, well, I wasn't playing games at this point, and now he's kind of like playing games a little bit. But this is just a flirty situation. Like this is just part of the courting process. You know, you walking away from him is just your natural instinct and natural reaction, which is all you can do in life is be natural and normal. Be true to yourself. But I'm saying that the fact that you walked away or just didn't keep on like begging him to be your man or begging him to take you there, now he's kind of like chasing you and kind of pleading like every other guy. He really had his chance to be that guy for you. So who knows if you'll give him a second chance. But I feel like once you walked away, it was like, okay, well, this isn't the man for me. God is going to show me who the man is. He's saying, I miss you. He's trying to prove to you who he is. But now it's coming off like a performance. Lights, cameras, action. I'm the man for you. I'm the man for the job. I'm chivalrous. I'm handsome. It's like he wants you to believe anything, but I still feel like he's pretending. He's still being shy or pretending to be shy. There's a warning that this guy could hurt you or try to hurt you. Like he wants to start over, but I feel like that's playing a game. It's starting over implies that you're going to pretend to forget. Now we're acting like, okay, cut, take two. You know, that's too much. Like, just be who you are. Just stick with the truth. He said, I couldn't let you get close to me because he has some insecurities. He has some insecurities, which is not the end of the world. But I feel like now is the time to have patience with him. And you probably already knew this when you engaged in this person. You probably already knew that you were ready for him to let down his guards a little bit. Because he's like, he never really had a chance to step down off of this post. So basically, you two are in union because he would never leave his post unless you were there to catch him. Yeah, like he wants to fall in your bosom. And if you let him fall on the ground, I feel like you would have never even initiated this. Because I feel like there's real, true, genuine love here. This person respects you. There's something about his finances. Like he needs more time to build his finances. He said he lost himself for a little while and he was under a spell. So maybe there's this person in the background from the past that he was actually like, this person was kind of making him into the man that he is, even though he has more than enough to separate from this person, more than enough finances, more than enough love, self-love. He gets love and support from his family, but he still might be kind of tied to this person. Like, he didn't ask for much, but at the same time, she gave him everything that he wanted, and he never had to feel insecure about his manliness. And now he's kind of experiencing this sadness feeling like maybe I won't get what I want because you just walked away so easily. Maybe, and also you initiated, which kind of put him in a different predicament. Like he wasn't used to you being the one to start with him. And, yeah, like there's this vibe that he's experiencing sadness for the first time. He's experiencing the potential of being rejected for the first time. And he's almost like a baby at this point. He really has to start over and build himself and know that he's capable of everything that he believes he's capable of. And it's not just for show. He might not have a long track record, but the fact that he's 0 to 1 as far as being in love and having the love of his life, this isn't something that he really wants a long track record in. He wants you to be his last. It may not be his first, but he definitely wants you to be his last. For some people, this person could be going through a divorce. I feel like, they are what they are, very protective and very supportive. Like almost like, yeah, like they want to be, the word is mascot. They want to be your mascot, but really like your man. Like they want to be the person that you refer to when, they say, well, is your spouse okay with this? Or if you need a second opinion, like they want to be that person, that backup for you. Okay. Find out whose son this young man is. So there's an initiative to find out a little bit more about his mother, find out a little bit more about his father, what his family is like. Because they're the ones that really built him into the man that he is. And also there's maybe something unique about his heritage, or maybe you guys are from a different ethnicity or ethnic background. There's something very unique about where he comes from. He's very proud of where he comes from. And I feel like there's a sense that this person that maybe he fell in love with was an evil spirit, like a siren. She put him under a spell. And it was a spell of depression. So he didn't realize that all this feeling he was feeling was depression. And now he's feeling the reality of it. See an evil spirit from God is tormenting you. Okay, so whatever that was that he went through was meant for him to go through, and it only took one time. He doesn't have to go through it twice. That one situation was enough to get him on track with, being the supportive that he wants to be. I feel like she was very abusive towards him, but it's not being shown. Like maybe she beat him or hit him in the face and he had some bruises that he had to wear makeup for, or something. Like she hurt him deep or cut him deep, but it wasn't something that can be seen on the surface. He felt like a prisoner. He felt like he was always in a wrong. And I feel like it's because she's getting out of a relationship. She was broken and she has to heal it's between her and Christ at this point. No man can heal her. And she really made him feel like, at some point she made him feel like God, but then she made him feel like the devil. And it was just like two different extremes. So now he's going to go low. He's got to go as low as these highs. He has, what goes up goes down and goes back up. And he's going to have to bring it back to the center that, he is this amazing person. And it's going to include all of those horrible feelings that he has to experience as well. And nobody can take that away from him because it's something he built on his own. Your name will be great forever. Yeah, I feel like maybe you guys are going to get married. You're going to take on his last name. And that name comes from his family. Something about lame. Leo energy. Because I'm also hearing Maine. But so that name comes from his father, his father's line. The way he builds himself back up is going to have to do with his father, Christ, God the Father. My people hear my teaching, listen to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth with a parable. I will utter hidden things from old things we have heard of, known. Things our ancestors have told us. So yeah, I feel like there's just no way to figure him out because there's so many secrets in his past and coming from his family. I feel like it's ancient. His family history is ancient. Maybe he's from an Aztec tribe, or there are many ancient cultures in this world, but also hearing something about Atlantis. Maybe he has like some spiritual ties to other worlds, but I just feel like the way he speaks to you, he has full command over his voice and he has the power of his word. And even if you don't understand it, just know that he has good intentions and he loves you. So even if he's talking to you like a child, it may be because he's much, much more mature, or if he's acting like a child, it's because he has so much more growing to do, because he comes from kings and giants. Yeah, it's just like lean out on your own understanding at this point, because there's a lot that you're able to do. There's a lot you're capable of, especially when it comes to the way you speak and the way you remember things. Yeah, like just keep him in a positive light. I feel like you won't have to do this by accident. You won't have to force this at all. Just remember the way things were initially, even if it was by accident. Like if he tripped, it's not the end of the world. You guys don't have to go your separate ways. If he said you're not ready for this, maybe he's just flirting with you. You're flirting with him. He's flirting with you. You don't have to take it like, oh, okay, well, just never mind then. Like keep this same energy. Is a tool you're using to stay on top of things. Like you want to be the boss in this relationship and he wants you to be whatever you want to be. So he's like, if you're playing with me like that, then are you ready? Like, are you ready for a stay-at-home husband? Because he's more than capable of letting you take the reins if that's the case. Like if you want him to come down off of his post and really be a baby, or like be needy and whatever the case may be, a man child, then there's no going back, because he's never experienced that type of you-ness, like you taking control over things. And something about the noises you make is new. Like, do you really want him to really read your energy right now and not just go off of societal norms? Be a parent to him. Like, this may be considered toxic. Got the devil card in reverse. Something you're doing with your hands, or your hands. Be like another member, another appendage. Like he's got demons right now, and it's all about the way you look at it. Getting the leg up. All you're like about this language. Do you want to take things out of context and be offended by it, or do you want to go with the flow and like this is just the way you guys talk? You really can't have this masculine feminine connection.